My name is Didi Gutman, and we're at my place in Brooklyn, New York. I've been playing keyboards for a band called Brazilian Girls for the last 5 or 6 years. Brazilian Girls happened organically at this club called New Blue in the East Village. It was a nice space for musicians wanting to do something creatively, with no boundaries. One Sunday night, we started jamming together, and the next Sunday the same, and the songs started to evolve. There was like this chemistry. It was kind of clear that that was the unit. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about how I use Reason on my live gigs. I'm gonna start with the Brazilian Girls song from the first record called Sirens de la Fête. A lot of the sounds were already used in the recording, so when it takes time to bring them to a live gig, I already have most of the sounds in one session. And for example, this Rex file, it's made out of some pitch down doors that I got from a movie. It's a sample. That's one. It's called Doors, so the letter D will mute it or unmute it. Mute, unmute. And then I have one called French House, which is the F. And there it is. I can use that without the doors. There D, out, French. And I have some extra loops that I bring in different parts of the songs. If I want to solo that, I shift H, and I have that alone. The first time I got in touch with Reason was through a Japanese friend of mine, Masa Shimizu. He plays guitar with Bebel Gilberto, and we were touring, and all of a sudden he can work in his laptop, and he had it, and he showed it to me. I was already kind of familiar with how the different modules work, and being able to have them in a laptop was unbelievable. Just like plug in, poof, there it is. Need another mixing bar? Poof. Now I have also a sampler. That's from the French Police. That's from some TV thing, I think. And another sample. And when the chorus comes in, I have the maelstrom. And you have to remember that there is a singer, a drummer, and a bass player playing along with me. So these are just some of these parts. When the final chorus comes in, I leave that sustain in, and I go to a different maelstrom part. The way to map out like these different key commands to mute and unmute these loops. We go back to Sirens de la Fête. That's the door, right? And here in options, enable keyboard control and keyboard control edit. Once you choose that option, it changes to this. So what you do is you double click on it. That's for solo, so that's Shift D. So now, let's say I have to get out of the keyboard control edit mode. Let's say I have other tracks in there, and I want to solo that door. Shift D. And there it is. That's a little bit of how I use Reason, and hopefully you enjoy it and maybe get some ideas for yourself from it. Pretty much what goes on that song.